Hi, my name is Antonio. I'm in China now. Today I will take you to review the magic behind Shaoxing huangjiu, yellow rice wine. Let's go.
That is my field. I rented this field from the government since from 2007. Really like the countryside life, I decided to raise rice here.
This is the perfect place.
Yeah, so I'm using the way I learned in Europe, like a biodynamic way, natural way, to raise the rice. That is Huangjiu Mountain. It's very beautiful. You see, it's a continuous, almost along to the sea. So the Huangjiu Mountain is the center of Shaoxing. In Shaoxing, this mountain is like the god, can protect people, the city here. My family make the Shaoxing Jiu since from 1990. So it's 105 years history. I'm the first generation to carry on. So I'm using the biodynamic way here to raise the rice, try my best to make the Shaoxing Tehua, organic Shaoxing Jiu, huangjiu, to show all of the world.
Over the past thousands of years, the most famous producing area of rice wine is Shaoxing, which is nestled in the heart of Zhejiang province. It has ideal geographical conditions, including its moderate climate and mineral-rich waters from Tianhu Lake. They are crucial for cultivating the high-quality glutinous rice and nurturing the specific molds required for huangjiu, the yellow rice wine's unique fermentation process. As early as more than 2,500 years ago, our ancestors in Shaoxing began to make rice wine. The winemaking process has been handed down and persevered through generations. Here, generations have perfected ancient brewing techniques, blending them with modern innovations to produce a huangjiu renowned for its quality and unique flavor. Next, we're going to visit different winemaking places to see how the persevered ancient crafts work with industrial methods.
So here is the first step of making wine. Put the rice inside, mixed with water from 10 days up to 15 days. Make the rice more wet, easy for fermentation. Then the second step, after the 15 days, then we put the rice, the wet rice, to here.
Yeah, second step.
Yeah, second step. You see a transfer machine. So the rice comes from the transfer to here, the belt to here. And this machine, you cannot imagine, it's just less than 1 minute. The rice already become to the steamed rice.
In 1 minute?
Yeah, in 1 minute. Very hot. When the rice come to here, blow some cold wind inside to make it cool down. After the steamed machine, the rice temperature is 100. After these three, so making the temperature down to 50. Then the rice coming down to here. So you see, this is a blend machine. So it's blend the rice with the water, with the yeast together. Here we will have a big jar here, and then this machine can blend everything together. This is the third step of how to make the wine. And this jar, 500 liters, so it contains water, rice, and yeast. Then the fermentation becoming. It's at least 15 days. After 15 days, we will move this to the small jar for another 3 months. So this is the second part of third step. It's the fermentation in the small jar. So this jar is 23 liter. You put the juice from the big jar, the lid, cover, and put it in the nature for 3 months. No matter it's raining or snowing, make the wine more unique and can be pressed. The fourth step is press them. These machines are press machine.
Press machine.
Yeah, so after the fermentation, then the wine's coming here because that wine still mixed with the water, with the rice, and with the yeast. So we need to separate them. So after this machine, the liquor, the water, the wine come here. So to this place, and you see they have piper, they have holes there on downstairs. Underground we have some pipes, the system, to put the wine storage in the tank. And here upstairs is the west of the rice, the east. So that things is really nice thing because we can using it to steam them, become to baijiu.
So reusing, no?
And then after baijiu, they also have some waste, but they have no power inside. So we use that, we feed the animals. So someone say the huangjiu, they never waste any food. Yes, it's nice for the yellow wine for the world.
Yeah.
The mud sealing is after the step of distilling. It is the final stage. The use of river mud to seal huangjiu is a centuries-old traditional technique crucial for the wine's maturation. The thick mud creates an airtight environment, allowing huangjiu to continue fermenting and developing its complex flavors.
Now we go to the warehouse, where we storage maybe million jars of huangjiu.
So what makes the place so special?
Because it's beside the mountain. Chinese people old saying is, you need a storage of the wines beside the north of the mountain. We call it yin. So in China, you know, we have the idea about yin and yang.
Yeah.
It means the shan yin. And if you storage wines in shan yin, that makes the wine more aged. You can keep the wine for a long time there, Actually, you will see a warehouse. It's a very industry-made warehouse there,
How old is it?
So it's here, it says 18.
What is the difference from this on the floor?
Here it's more dry and here is more wet. So every year, the workers, they need to turn.
Rotating to avoid the humidity, right?
Yes. So it's very big program, So you will see it's a lot of job. It's very heavy. One jar means like 40 kilograms.
How many?
4 million jars here. 4 million.
4 million?
Yeah, that's the total here, 4 million.
Where are we going now?
We go to the Diaohua, is put something on the jar.
Another timeless feature of Shaoxing huangjiu is the way that the vineyards are decorated, known in Chinese as huadiao. Artisans embellish the jars with colorful, traditional elements and patterns. Each of them has a unique story to wish for the weddings, birthdays, and big events of a family. Huangjiu is tightly linked to the concept of unconditional love.
This reminds me the wine in my hometown, manzanilla, fino.
Yes, real like that. Yeah, because it's the same as the sherry, from Spain. So it's the same like what you mentioned, like fino, manzanilla. They also have this oxide flavor.
Rice wine is for cooking in the West.
Yes, always in Europe, in the supermarket, you'll find a lot of cooking wine. But actually in China, the huangjiu, yellow wine, mainly is for taste, for drink, daily drink.
What is the difference between the cooking wine and this one?
Most important is this one is handmade and high quality machine made, like the classical and the modern together. For cooking wine, Shaoxing, in this place, the people also use the good wine to cooking. Because in China, we call it 中庸之道, and it will help to make the food flavor more powerful, but not to take over or not to steal from the food, the flavors.
Keep the flavor of the food original.
Yes,
nice.
So it's like Chinese people, we call it 中庸之道. So everything is in the middle. The middle
balance.
way of the middle, the balance.
Let me try. tastes a little bit similar. Right?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
It's the same in Spain. I think fino manzanilla
Similar.
to cooking with the seafood.
Yeah.
And fitting with the seafood.
Yes.
So the worldwide they need huangjiu for as a cooking one. But actually in China, huangjiu in this region, special Shanghai, Shaoxing, and Suzhou, Jiangsu. So huangjiu is real for taste, for drink, for daily. So you can see here is a medal, gold medal. So this gold medal is from Lyon in France. Join the competition, tasting, ground tasting. So so this wine is already in Europe. So have a taste about this one. This one is 18 years old. That means the wine mainly from the 18 years old original wine, like what you see in the warehouse. They using mainly for this kind of old wine to mix with some new wine to make this one. It's more
darker.
Darker. It's more like amber.
8 years, 18 years. Aftertaste lasts longer.
Yeah, sure. And we also call it 桂花林场. That means in New York Hong's old story, the father have a daughter, and then he buried the jar under the ground, under a 桂花 tree, the ground. And then after 18 years, when his daughter get married, then he get out the wine and then open it. That's the very good meaning, for the father to celebrate and open the wine to share with the guest.
Filled with love and expectation.
Yes, the love from the family, from the father to the daughter, yes.
Some people drink to forget, but in Shaoxing, people drink huangjiu to remember they are loved. More than a beverage, Shaoxing huangjiu is a treasure shared with the world, where every drop tells the tale of a city devoted to the craft of turning rice into liquid gold. If you are used to beers, wines, or cocktails, why not try huangjiu and explore its rich tradition? Immerse yourself in the aroma of this rice wine when we arrive in China.